My name is Jeff Kissinger. I am a senior IT project manager at Grand Rapids Community College. I manage projects. Well, what are projects? Projects are temporary endeavors that are undertaken to provide a unique service, product, or result that solves the problem. So a lot of times people come to me and they have some type of issue that they want to resolve with information technology. And that could be software, it could be hardware, it could be a combination of many things, oftentimes systems. So first thing I have to do is use probably my greatest form of skills that I have to do with communication skills. So if I were to come with a project to you, for instance, let's say you have lots of surplus laying around. What is surplus? Well, our materials, our computers, our tables, our chairs, everything that makes this school run is purchased with public money. And when we no longer need this or we no longer can use this, it becomes what's called surplus, that we need to get rid of it. We can't just sell it privately. We have to sell it in a public sale. We have to give the public the first chance to buy this. And we have to price it reasonably so people buy it, but they can take the surplus out. Things that the school no longer needs. And it's currently being placed inside of a large building, and there's probably 25 to 35 people that are involved in getting all this stuff into the building, charging for it, putting price tags on it, moving stuff out, police officers managing traffic. And we know that that costs more money than we actually make off of getting rid of the stuff, or even the cost it takes to store it until it comes there. How would you resolve that problem with information? The example I gave was an actual problem. This was something that was going on right up until about 2008, where Grand Rapids Community College had a large sale every year they held in the Ford Fieldhouse, downtown Grand Rapids, and involved about 35 people. About a week to 2 weeks worth of work of moving things from all the different buildings and areas around campus into the Ford Fieldhouse. It involved a lot of equipment, a lot of table setups, a lot of people involved in paying or involved in taking the money from people and moving it out, and you had police in the street so people could pull their cars up and bring all this stuff together, and it took all day. Now what often happened is they knew they had to get rid of all the surplus in the day that they had the sale. Otherwise they got to move it all back, so they'd rather get rid of it. So some people would just sit on a bunch of surplus and they'd wait 4 to 5 hours, and the price would go down and down and down until there was nothing to the price, and you could turn around and buy, say, 12 computers for $10 a computer when they originally started out $120. So how could you use IT, information technology, to resolve this? And not only resolve that problem, but the problem of the amount of labor, the amount of time, the amount of effort, the issue with if the time is ticking, do you drop the price or not and lose money? You want to make money, you want to do it with less time, less people, and be able to still unload all your surplus. Well, this is how it was done. First thing, we had to find a way to get rid of the surplus we had. So we had to go through the warehouse and get rid of the stuff we know we just couldn't sell. Some of it was given away, but often a lot of it was trash. But what remained, we went and found a system that would allow people to pay for it online on one day and pick it up the next. That way, we had a warehouse that was clean that people could pick up from. We developed processes around the flow of how the material will be exited out of the facility. So when people would come in on the next day after they bought it, they would show up with their receipt saying, I bought this. We'd have it all prepared because we had reports saying who bought stuff and what they had, and we had it all packaged up and ready to go. And it worked very well. And you know what? It only took one person to make all this happen. One person ran the entire sale and continues to run the sale to this day in the year 2016.